peruntukan hijau taman boleh dimiliki kamu nggak? Tiba-tiba sekarang orang itu sudah punya sertifikat 10 tahun hak milik. Di sini ada hijau taman. Di saya ini gambarnya hijau taman. Jadi kenapa dia bisa dapat hak milik?
Yang ke Blok G, tapi mereka belum mau pindah karena sepi, infrastruktur juga belum siap. Gimana komentar Abang?
Itu tadi, kalau Anda bilang mau sampai siap pun, selama ini nggak mau masuk juga, karena namanya PKL. PK itu tempat dagang yang paling baik itu di mana? Ya di pinggir jalan. Karena tidak mungkin orang datang kepada dia, pasti dia mendatangkan orang banyak. Itu prinsip PKL. Makanya saya katakan, saya ngerti konsep PKL gitu loh. Tetapi Anda tidak boleh dudukin jalan raya kami. Kan yang pemotongan hewan, kita lagi bersihkan, pasang lampu. Anda nggak mau masuk karena lebaran, mau di pinggir jalan. Oke, kita kasih garis pinggir jalan. Prakteknya mereka di pinggir jalan nggak? Masuk lagi. Jadi mentalnya juga kurang ajar gitu loh. Makanya saya katakan, Anda teriak-teriak segala macam. Saya mau tanya sama Anda KTP DKI bukan? Ya saya juga bisa marahin Anda gitu. Jangan bikin ngaco Jakarta gitu loh. Kita toleransi, Anda dagang cari uang. Seluruh Indonesia, seluruh dunia pun boleh masuk ke Jakarta dagang. Tapi kalau Anda karena atas kamu mau dagang bisa nginjek-nginjek aturan, Anda bukan rakyat Indonesia. Saya bilang Anda bukan warga DKI, silakan. Tapi bukan sewenang-wenang Anda boleh macam-macam. Saya bisa pidanakan Anda juga gitu loh. Jadi harus jelas ini situasinya. Kita udah kalah loh dan toleransi loh. Karena ada beberapa jembatan belum beres. Kita kasih garis, Pak Wali Kota sudah buat perjanjian. Faktanya apa? Tumpah lagi ke jalan. Karena apa? Ini iri-irian kan. Kalau kamu satu di depan jalan, kamu di belakang mau nggak? Nggak mau. Kamu masih maju lagi. Yang maju lagi jalan saya ditutup lagi dong. Kamu tutup lagi jalan, kamu kirim orangnya duduknya Jakarta semua. Tergantung aparat berani tindak atau tidak gitu.
Nah jadi enforce gimana Bang?
Kita udah jelas, Anda harus masuk. Jadi prinsip Pak Gubernur jelas, semua PKL harus kami relokasi. Relokasi tempat yang baik. Sama seperti Blok G. Tentu kalau Blok G bisa laku gimana? Kalau nyambung ke Blok F. Kita lagi kaji sekarang untuk nyambung. Tapi saya bilang nih, kalau begitu saya sambung, ini harga bisa ratusan juta loh. Saya kasih Anda cuma sewa bulanan harian loh. Kan dijelaskan. Kalau Anda jual over ke orang lain, gue pidanain. Dan pada saat itu waktu saya terhubung dengan Blok F udah bagus. Kalau kalian baru ngemis masuk, tidak ada. Begitu kita yang lain sudah masuk dagang situ, satu orang pun tidak boleh dagang di jalan. Pasti kita pidanakan Anda. Kenapa kalau satu dagang itu semua kan keluar lagi?
Iya.
Nah kalau Anda dagang jalan, orang kan masuk kok. Kalau Anda mengatakan nggak bisa, ya nggak bisa sudah. Anda tinggal pilih dagangnya. Kita lagi siapkan taman juga, orang boleh dagang di taman gitu loh. Dan kita buat plot-plot tempatnya gitu. Jarum hijau juga boleh asal kita plot. Orang juga suka nongkrong di taman. Kita ngerti, Anda harus dagang dekat orang ramai gitu loh. Maka kita ciptakan banyak taman, tempat orang ramai datang, Anda dagang di situ. Kalau tempat ramainya di jalan raya, lama-lama kamu kan dagang di Sudirman Tamrin.
Mau ada tindakan tegas nggak Bang untuk mereka?
Kita tidak tegas. Kita bertahap aja. Sekarang kita sosialisasi terus selama 1 bulan ini, selama Ramadan kita terus keliling. Kasih tahu Anda melanggar. Kita akan terus keliling Satpol PP. Habis itu kita pidanakan Anda. Tidak peduli. Anda mau demo aja kita coba. Coba aja ada demo Jakarta. Lo mau ribut, coba aja ribut. Ada hukumnya negara ini gitu loh. Anda udah melanggar hukum, melanggar ketertiban umum. Ya nggak masuk akal gitu loh. Kita udah toleransi kepada Anda. Jadi Anda juga harus tahu diri gitu. Sama-sama tahu diri dong kita gitu loh. Anda harus tahu hukum seperti apa. Itu aja.
Bang, dikit lagi Bang. Ada satu sekolah di Keramat Jati yang kondisinya sudah mau rubuh, siswa-siswa sudah mau di sekolah, udah direlokasi. Ini gimana Bang?
Ya itu udah ada laporan itu memang banyak sekali bangunan kita itu ambruk atapnya. Makanya saya ada instruksikan semua bangunan harus konstruksi baja ringan. Kenapa? Karena mutu kayu kita ini terlalu muda, kayu-kayu kita saat ini. Dan kita tahu kontraktor asal bikin tanggung jawab 5-6 bulan. Kalau dimakan rayap, Jakarta begitu banyak rayap, kayunya ada rayap, roboh kan kasihan anak-anak. Itu untung subuh, masih tengah malam robohnya. Kita bolong karena memang dimakan rayap.
Oke, Bang, satu lagi Bang. Banyak sekarang bulan puasa pasar takjil itu membuat macet di mana-mana seperti Ben Hill di Sunda Kelapa.
Itu yang kita bilang, kita mau tata, kita mau bikin di Monas, kita lagi uji coba. Makanya saya bilang taman-taman itu harus kita manfaatkan. Bagaimana caranya? Kita udah mulai mendidik warga DKI, kalau Anda masuk ke taman jangan injek-injek taman. Berapa kali kan cukup berhasil gitu loh. Taman hampir relatif tidak rusak gitu loh. Yang masalah masih buang sampah. PKL harus kita latih. Anda kalau dagang di sini kasih kantong plastik, sampahnya ya dibawa pergi, jangan dibuang. Nah sama seperti pedagang pasar minggu, sekarang kita masih tolerir. Tiap pagi bertonton sampah kita buang. Jadi kami ini subsidi mereka yang dagang ke Jakarta dengan buang ke Bantar Gebang ada tipping fee. Itu uang siapa? Uang rakyat DKI. Nah Anda mau dagang Jakarta silakan gitu loh. Anda mau cari untung silakan, tapi jangan bebankan ke orang DKI punya uang dong. Orang DKI juga banyak yang miskin gitu loh. Kita sepakat, Anda mau pindah KTP DKI pun saya bantu.
Iya.
Tidak masalah, Anda mau pindah DKI kita kasih, Anda punya rumah kita kasih. Akte lahir nanti kita bantu.
Oh jadi kebanyakan mereka bukan warga DKI bang?
Bukan warga DKI, cuma tanya, ada juga warga DKI, cuma umumnya banyak. Kalau takdir sih umumnya orang DKI lah. Kayak PKR itu beda.
Oke, thank you bang.
Masuk dari.
Yes.
Rekam to City Hall, sir.
Thank you. This, as an opening, just short that Mr. Mang was saying, is Managing Director of Delhi Metro, and he began at Delhi Metro from the beginning. So we are happy to have you here, and we hope we can learn from you. We are honored that the Vice Governor can receive your presentation. Please,
Thank you, respected Mr. Vice Governor, for giving me this opportunity to me and my colleague here to present about Delhi Metro in front of your team, very senior government officials and officials from Jakarta. I hope you will be able to share some of our experience which may be useful to Jakarta. The challenges we faced in the project execution and how these challenges have been taken care of, and the now operational phase, financial sustainability of the project. The population of vehicles is also very high. The number of motorized vehicles are growing at a rate of 7% per annum. It's very high. And things are very similar to Jakarta, crowded roads, heavy pollution level, and high road accident rates. Indian companies is a company, joint venture between the two government, the national government, Government of India and Government of Delhi state, with equal participation. This is very unique arrangement, where 50-50 participation is there. And then MRC has a responsibility for construction as well as operation. With this mandate, a master plan was developed for Delhi, consisting 12 lines of about 420 kilometers. The section was completed in 2010. Now phase 3, these two phases are completed, 120 and 165, around 185 kilometers operational today. And another 140 kilometers is under construction, which is to be completed by 2016. Next. Phase 2, almost double, 120 kilometers, double of the cost, 3.8 billion US dollars. And the length was doubled, but the time given was half. And This was completed in 5 months ahead of the schedule, 4.5 years time. Then phase 3, which is under construction now with a cost of about 7 billion. As you see, is almost doubling every phase. And this has been committed to the government to be completed in 4.5 years time. And we carry about 2.2 million commuters every day. When we say 2.2, actual number of actual number of trips are more, because we count if a person enter into the system, if it changes to the other line, we count him one only. So that way interchange is not counted. So even then it is 2.2 million passenger every day. We have about 7,000 strong team of employees, mainly for operation maintenance. We have assets around worth $5 billion US, and we earn around 170 million from operation and spend about 104 million. So maintaining the system. On the other hand, we pay back the loan part of it. Next. We run trains at 2 minute 30 second frequency today. When peak hours, the system is fully barrier free for physically challenged people. Run trains from 6 AM to 11 PM. In fact, these 6 AM and 11 AM is from starting stations. In fact, the last train goes up to midnight, beyond midnight for the destination. We have also introduced short feeder bus, short route, connecting the stations. And we are very proud of maintaining the punctuality. And we maintain punctuality more than 99%. Also, we count each date. Next. Fares are very low, starting from 15 cents to 55 cents. And we are making profit from day one, as I mentioned. We have responsibility to service and pay back the loan. Will come subsequently when we come to Purnama.
2011, our MRT executive visits Juli.
Yeah.
I was there.
I see. Oh, okay.
I was a national parliament member
Okay.
at that
Okay.
time.
Okay.
We will talk, that's why it's very efficient, the operation.
Thank you.
When all the lower cost apartment, they develop.
Right.
Our problem, what happened with the difference with the New Delhi and Jakarta. We not on the PT Kereta Api. This is not us, this is equal to PT Kereta Api. That's the difference. Their MC is, we have to compare to our PT Kereta Api Indonesia, not our PT MRT. There's a little bit of problem. That's why I suggest the PT Kereta Api, you send your executive to be our PT MRT executive. We have to merge, become one company. That's why the idea our MRT use the white of the rail. The same with our Kereta Api. So we just changed, I don't know how to modify the signal and system only, so they could join together. That's what we want. 2 loop lines, now the first and the second, and have a north-south and east-west. And that's what we want. But we have to merge together. But this is very political decision. And we don't know if our governor become president, it's more easy to solve this problem. But we're very happy to work with New Delhi. And now this Andi Garib, our former ambassador in India. He introduced many things about this, about your electronic identity card. I spent almost 10 days there.
I see. Okay.
If you read my report from morning until night, we really study. I make a report. In minutes report. What's going? Go to for dinner, go to the bus, I make a report. I think we know this reputation is very good. But I don't know how to combine this, because we not control all the trend in Jakarta.
That's right. But
There's
whatever
little-
best can be followed from Delhi, whatever best
Yeah.
is possible, that
Yeah.
can be followed.
Yeah, what we want to follow is the TOD. Yeah, New Delhi, all the low cost apartment they put on the train. And it's very cheap. I think in Indonesia, kira-kira itu lah. 50.000 emas itu saya pengen tahu. 2.000 pegawainya makan. Jadi UMP lebih rendah dari kita, tapi dia cost transport costnya di bawah 10%, makannya di bawah 50%, jadi orang masih ada uang. Dia nggak habis uangnya. Nah ini beda dengan ya, semua taman all you park CSR. Maintenance managed by all you park New Delhi. I mean is your green area, your public park. All is managed by the company. Saving a lot of money. Jadi bagaimana ini? Bagus. Orangnya terlalu banyak. Oke. Isi ekonomi. Oh, fully.
Yes, trains are there.
Oh.
Next. No. Next. This is the details of phase 1. I just mentioned earlier, 65 kilometer has 14 underground, elevated 46, and completed in 7 years, 3 months time. Phase 2, 4 years and 4.5 years, and then phase 3 now in almost 5 years. Next. Now this is, I think, must be of some interest. The funding of all the phases, more or less similar pattern, where a major part of the loan came from JICA, and the responsibility of repayment of this loan lies with DMRC. And in addition to that, about 7% of the cost is raised through property development along the metro. And balance is equity by the two government, equity participation. And basically DMRC has to take care of this component. The equity is not required to be returned to the government. It's like a social investment. Similarly, subordinate debt will come only after the JICA loan is repaid. This is internal, and this is also a grant. So basically, DMRC has to take care of this component, 48%. In phase 2, this was around 48%, and now in phase 3 also it's around 49%. Next. Now, challenges when we started. When we started in Delhi, this was the biggest urban intervention since independence.
Excuse me, you need some water, tea or coffee?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. But if you want, okay, they got the double reward from the government. Don't worry about that.
Then working in national capital was to be under close scrutiny, under the eyes of VVIPs, the politicians, the media, and everybody there. We did not have the technology or the experience to execute that type of work. The selection of technology was to suit the Indian conditions, and then the project implementation period compressed from 10 years to 7 years. And then phase 2, double the cost and less time available to complete before Commonwealth Games in 2010.
And the contractor came from Japan.
No.
Bigger contract.
No. It is, you see, our loan was not a tied loan, it was step loan. So this was based on the competitive bidding, international parties. And in fact, Japanese company could not compete.
Yeah.
So there was hardly any participation.
So what's the country? You're from Indian?
Local, what we did, in all contracts, we made a condition that any international party coming to India has to have a joint venture partner, Indian partner, so that he also gets technology. Yeah.
Yang kayak Tina, dari Arab Saudi, Mekah, Jeddah kan dia yang menang PPK-nya. It's a job. Dia bilang yang kerja masih muslim semua. Gimana? Kayak orang Arab nggak bisa dong, kayak orang Indonesia nggak bisa dong. Satu hari 5.000 orang Cina langsung ngucapin asal dia nggak langsung kerja lagi. Ini story, ini big story.
True story.
Tapi nggak disunatkan.
True story. In China.
Ikut disunat nggak Pak?
5,000. 5,000. Oke, mau potong berapa mau oke. 5,000
Yeah, one
in one day, ya. Itu kita mau saingin dia gitu.
So another problem we had a very bad experience of constructing one metro in city of Kolkata. So the people were having very bad memories, and therefore the sentiments of the public had to be respected, and minimal hardship or inconvenience to the public. That was the condition. Large number of unknown utilities also must be through in Jakarta also. Number of religious and archaeological structures coming on way. And then technology, frontline technology not being available. And then the legal cover. This was the first metro in the country where the legal issue was there, whether it should come under central government or state government. There was no clarity. Now the things are clarified now. This is a state government subject, but railway being the national government subject, this will be developed everywhere on joint venture basis. So all other cities, they are developing metro under the joint management of central government and the state. Next. How these challenges? A fully empowered CEO and his team. A team was created. Strong leadership, of course, there is nothing very specific about it. Then nurturing a unique enabling work culture. Though it's 100% government of the company, fundamental things of 4 pillars of the punctuality, the integrity, professional competence and the service orientation. These were the basic requirement of all.
Mr. Wrong, I only have until 9 plus my another minute is waiting.
Okay.
9:10 okay.
Okay. I'll finish it. No problem. Of course, proactive relation with the public. Next. Investment decisions, sanctioning of the project. The chairman of the company is the representative of the central government. MD is the representative of the provincial government. And then Ministry of Urban Development is the nodal ministry. And then to remove the bottleneck, he heads this empowered committee. And then all decisions, political decisions are taken at the GOM, group of ministers, where decision by the group of ministers is deemed to have the decision by the cabinet. Means it's a decision by the cabinet. So this is a very fast track mechanism has been we followed a very dynamic management style, slim but effective government, fast track decision making process. We finalized very huge tenders of say 1,000 crore Indian rupees within 72 hours or sometime if need be, because every decision lies within the DMRC, within the organization. The all tendering decisions on that, it doesn't go outside. Board of Directors has got full powers, and they have delegated, Board of Directors has delegated all that reverse clock concept is introduced. Everywhere in all important places, a clock is displaying the number of days, balanced number of days available for the project. And next day automatically one will be reduced. Next. Tendering and contract management, I just now mentioned. There's no middleman, stringent penalties for failure to deliver. Next. We follow the very practical approach for managing the contract. The fundamental principle we follow is that if we have to succeed, the contractor must succeed. And therefore, we have to work jointly. And all genuine difficulty of the contractor has to be removed. We should not simply read the contract. It is not simply reading in between the lines and then finding out, because there are ways and means that you can have 100 reasons to stop the contractor's work. You can have 100 reasons to stop his payment. So what we follow, prompt payment and timely decisions to the contractor. If the contractor's cash flow is not maintained, he will not deliver, he will not perform. And then even after all this, if a failing contractor, if contractor is failing, then we should intervene, see why he is failing, and then enable him to perform. If there is a problem with subcontractor, there may be a problem with some supplier. So we intervene to that level, to that extent, and ensure that he doesn't fail. It's very pragmatic approach as far as financial and commercial outlook. Of course, due respect to the basic tenets of the public finance, we are under vigilance, under audit, every mechanism. This was just showing you, these were the line, phase 1 and phase 2, this is already operational, and you will appreciate this phase 1 and phase 2. These lines are basically radials cutting across the city. Now phase 3, what we are doing now next, is now connecting these lines like this, so that the city will have full reach to almost every corner of the city.
Kita terlalu lama yang berusaha 5 tahun. Wah, 2 tahun sudah selesai. Ngaco terus.
Now coming to the financial stability, we are operating ratio is 62%. That means for earning 100 rupees, 100 paisa, we have to spend 62. So we are in operational profit. How the control on expenditure, staff costs, we have 32 persons per kilometer for the operation and maintenance. This is internationally best benchmark we have followed. Internationally you find around 40 or so. Multitasking, multi-skilling approach. The energy cost is minimum. We are not paying commercial rates. There is a special rate for that. And then holistic management maintenance approach. We have one of the best training institute there for training our own people. The facilities for then repaying of JICA loan in installment without this.
I think we have to start with make an agreement to send our staff to this. Where he to learn first. So we could have the staff not pusing perempuan lebih pusing ini oke loh India ini. Makan murah. Janji lagi orang India.
These are the certain our areas where we get the property development, in addition to the fair box revenue. These are the certain areas, commercial malls, and all that, in addition to fair box. The entire investment comes back to the society in just 4 to 5 years' time. Next. These are the 2 CDM projects, that carbon credit. I'm not going to very much detail. What we claim, go back. What we claim that, next slide. Next.
The picture.
What we claim that with the metro, this much, these many people are now shifted here. So if metro was not there, this would have been causing more pollution.
Itu harus murah. Baru orang mau lepasin motor.
And initially
This is 55 cents.
Waktu itu ya saya juga terus ada adik kali pernah balik.
with a lot of
murah itu, saking murah yang non itu ya.
persuasion, we were able to convince the UNFCCC to agree to this CDM project. Next. We are getting about, we are getting around 5.6 lakh, 560,000 unit per year is the carbon credit for this project. Next. Now as a consultant, though we have huge work to do in Delhi and other cities of the country, now the government has taken a decision in India that all cities with population more than 2 million will have metro, will plan the metro. But DMRC, since we have got this experience, we are preparing detailed project report in almost all cities. So we have prepared for 16 cities. We have already conducted the surveys and study. Already under construction. Chennai under construction, where we provide. Calcutta is under construction. Mumbai, this is also metro under construction. Yet to take up. Jaipur is interesting. Jaipur, these people decided to get the executed by DMRC. And so this is very important. July 2010, we signed an agreement with them to construct a 10-kilometer line with a one station underground. In July 2010, the agreement was signed. And today position is that all civil works are
separate underground.
one station, small thing, mostly elevated. But in 3 years' time, all civil works are complete. Viaduct, underground station are all complete. And
That loop line,
okay.
the east side, the loop line. And it is very interesting if you could provide us a sort of line to compare.
And we don't have much
You
of.
local, you already have a local partner here.
No, actually we have not yet.
We just talked to Hassan. I said we have Jaya Konstruksi. This is one of our enterprise, but it's a public listed company. I have talked to them. Maybe they need to talk. Maybe they see. Dari. Itu harus soalnya apa nanti ujung-ujungnya itu kereta api sama MRT kita harus gabung. Kalau nggak bisa kerja Jakarta, tinggi kita harus berpikir seperti itu. Kita nggak usah mikirin kita punya saham untung, kita nggak pikir untung kok. Sama kayak dia bilang kan, ini kan cost city punya persoalan ini. Makanya saya bilang Pak Gubernur, sekarang kita tidak dipilih kembali, kita nggak usah peduli. Yang penting ini sistem transportasi massal harus jalan. Pasti orang marah sama kita, bangun ini elevated tahun depan, wah bisa macet di mana-mana. Wah selama 4 tahun dari ke depan ini bisa rusak ya katanya. Bukan mana bisa orang ngutungin, kita nggak betul. Gak usah pilih lagi, nggak apa-apa. Yang penting ini nggak bisa direm lagi. Jadi harus dilakuin. Well, I think the first, the sort of the time, I think the first we have to make a business agreement with our company. It's a public listed company. And the second is, I think with the MRT, you have to make like a MOU, like a contract, to send our staff, the younger staff, to stay in Delhi.
Welcome them.
To learn. Yeah, you stay there. Stay there maybe 3 months. 3 months, yeah, 3 months you change stuff. You have to learn. So you have to learn there. So it's very fast. I think
They have training
there's 2 decisions we have to make for this meeting.
Yeah. DMRC training institute. We were just talking. We have very good facility in all other cities, Bangalore, Chennai. They are sending their people to us. We are training. We have
Ini mana yang mau kerja lah, yang muda, yang memang punya hati untuk
all
pesta gitu.
ada program namanya.
next.
Ya pikirkan itu.
Fotografer.
Konstruksi dan itu.
Launch fotografer.
Oh iya. 700 miliar. Tapi kalau presiden berubah bisa jadi 3 tahun selesai. Dia butuh kira-kira 700 berapa T ya? 700 miliar ya pertamanya. Berarti 3.
Kelamaan ya Pak ya?
Kalau dia bangun yang baru lagi 30 T. Jadi di luar lagi kan langsung nyambung Tangerang. Itu udah ada gambarnya udah di Korea Selatan. Udah ada desainnya.
Iya.
Udah pusat nggak mau aja.
Outer
Kalau presidennya bisa 2014 berubah, ya itu 2017 selesai semua. Hajar semua selesai. Nah kita guide mereka. Kalau elevated, India is the best for developing. Ya China is okay. China, siwet itu yang air limbah itu. Siwet itu limbah itu sama ducting. Gas dari Soviet sampai ke Cina.
Now, presentation is almost over. Just few photographs.
Train
Stations.
cuci lah kan, cuci mobil mewah.
So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
It's more easy.
Actually, they have a 6 months program, training session, my understanding, right?
6 months is for train operators.
Yes, the train operator.
There are different modules for different category of.
One is the one probably the urgent one we need because we need to.
Yes.
That.
We can customize also. Training need.
We can have tailor-made programs for you.
So Mr. Sinha, he has been instrumental in recruiting all 7,000 people in DMRC. Their training need is so experienced person. He's here in Jakarta.
Dia CS Pak, studi CS
Bagian dari
maksudnya.
Pemprov punya consultant.
Yang kedua, panggil si Trisna. We have to arrange a meeting with our CEO, with our holding company, how to talk about business. Our province only on 40% in this holding company, only 40% share. Now there is public and several person. So this is very professional company. We just on 40%. So we not control all. CEO really very professional. That's what we want now.
I think one item which has not come out in the presentation is that one key to the success is creating the key core team. Consultants are guests basically. They come, give you consultancy and go back. So it is necessary that you should have your own team.
Bu Yani is responsible for this.
Yes.
She's our training board and also a commissioner in our MRT.
So you need
So
to
have
have a team.
how to say? We have a licensed officer in this MRT.
Consultants will be required to do all from basic works and all that. But to take the decisions on the suggestion given by the consultant, the proposals of the consultant, you should have your own team.
And she will be our deputy governor. Yeah. If the president signs later, she will become our deputy governor. So she could be in office until 62 years old. Yeah, extend 60 years, 62 years old. That's the way to extend. Thank you very much. Nanti langsung banyak for the business. For shopping.
Thank you. If you permit, we have a small, this is again artwork, typical Indian artwork.
Okay. Not more than $1,000 US.
No, it's
Become a creativity.
it's a typical artwork, very cheap, but artwork.
Thank you very much.
I saw you last time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Terima kasih, Pak.